Yes, on. Welcome to All In Golden Rose Week, lads. Looking forward to it. The racing keeps on keeping on. Lewis Willoughby, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, g'day everyone. Two-year-old trials this morning as well, which is always interesting. So the next time we chat after this episode, I think it's the Gym Crack and the Breeders' Plate or something. So that'll be interesting for the two-year-olds. But yeah, as you mentioned, Gano, this week all about the three-year-olds in the Golden Rose, at least here in Sydney, and then AFL Grand Final Eve in Melbourne with the Manikato over 1,200 meters. So um, not a quiet week in terms of they're big races, but in terms of other races on the program to dive into, there's not heaps. There is a couple of good ones in Sydney to be fair, but hopefully at least we can find the winner of the two Group Ones, guys.
Yep, Manikato, Golden Rose, Shannon, Scarborough. We'll cover maybe even the stud stakes we'll cover for this episode. Good afternoon, Dino.
Afternoon, lads. Yes, they were a good watch this morning. There, the 2 year olds, one of my favourite days of the year, and the Golden Rose, one of my favourite races. So it's a good week to be in sport, good week to be in racing. Plenty to dissect the other weekend, and hopefully, like you mentioned, Lou, something to find this weekend. But yeah, boys, it was a good weekend. I was out there on the track, a lot more busy than last time I went there. It was good to see and good to be out there.
Any winners?
No,
How about off the
oh,
More
track?
actually,
importantly, how'd you come up Sunday? That's what I want to know.
yeah, awful, awful. Rotted on
um,
the lounge all day. Bit of Harry Potter helped.
dear me. Elephant in the room. Obviously, we don't want to spend too long on it, but you've been wallet again, Travolta.
Mm.
Yeah, so I wanted to lock in $2.80. You don't worry about that. It started $4. That boy jumps off it, jumps on the stablemate, soul of
So
choice, I
good.
think it's called. It wins like weeks. So got the
So
race
good.
wrong, got the jockey wrong, and got the price wrong. So yeah.
Don't worry,
Cheers, Chris.
Louis and I had a yeah, full accountability here. We backed Gringotts and didn't turn up. Turns up here in the Shannon this week, so we've been
I
marred.
would have preferred that, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
I
I'll
think
butter up on it again too.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad bloods was the call, Lou. But there's be some bad blood if they bloody scratch this week. Let me give you the red hot tip.
Mm.
But anyway, looking forward to that. Hey, some great feedback on the YouTube chat in the comments as well. So keep that coming in. Feel free to spray us as well. Although everyone's been quite kind since Georgie Moore's left the
Mm.
conversation. Everyone's been
Yeah,
really
hopefully he's all right, Georgie Moore.
yeah. Shout out to Georgie
Yeah,
if
shout
you
out Georgie.
Louis Louis misses you pulling him into line. So if you are still watching, don't feel like
Mm.
Louis' lack of response is
Mm.
any indication as to
Mm.
how much we love you, George. Um,
There's still been a couple of clips for Lou. I think there was one last week.
Yeah, still coming for
Lou's
him.
biggest issue is himself or something.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Lewis'
As,
biggest
as I said,
problem
as
is
I said
Lewis.
though, he wasn't wrong. He's not wrong.
Um, I think we gave Seeples a bit of a push last week, just going through some of the comments. So that was good. Generosity to place, I think, might have got a push as well. So some
Mm.
pushes. Staking plan was a bit flat though, so we need to lift our staking plans. Louis, you're $12.60 down. Dino back to square after you've been Johnny Travolta, and I'm $12 up. But you and I both lost $10, and Louis lost $1.60 last week.
That's all right.
Are
So well
we at
done.
that
That's your
point
best
where
week
we're
so far.
celebrating?
Oh, good. I'll be positive soon. Don't worry.
He's like
Yeah,
this.
mate.
Couple of weeks.
You will be. Don't you worry about that. Just quick recap on the weekend, fellas. Some decent performances there. Well, first of all, let's just touch on a few of the flops. Vauban, thoughts on it,
Mm.
Dino?
Yeah, flat. And there's more flops than probably um, stars on the weekend, I thought. I think all eyes were on Vauban, all eyes were on Private Harry. I don't know what to make of Vauban. He was gone on the turn. He was backtracking.
They went
So I
quick.
tried to look at this. Yeah, a couple of them ate that quick tempo up, so maybe he got exposed. I'm not sure what the question mark I had about of it was where is he best ridden in transit? We've seen him blow up twice in Australia ridden on speed, and the one dominant win he had was when he was out the back running on. So he was good first up ridden off speed as well. So maybe I don't know if they, yeah, I'm not sure, but he got exposed there up on speed. The two Birdman and Adelaide River lapped up that hot tempo. So maybe that's the query. I'm not sure you made of it, Gano.
Yeah, obviously, I've just got the feeling the same sentiment as you. Gee whiz, need another coffee. Um,
Supercara.
yeah, Tupacara, apocalyptic areas for me. He probably just needs a slow run race out the back, settling up in trip. Probably come out with a Melbourne
Mm,
Cup now, but nah, leave me out of him moving forward. Supercara was disappointing. I thought Dino in a slowly enough run race
yep.
had every possible. Didn't seem to have any excuses and just looks flat. So I'm not sure what you would do with her coming out of that race, Lou, I'm not sure if you had any opinions. I thought Portelli's horse, name escapes me now.
Mm.
It'll come
Queen
back
of
to me in a minute.
Clubs.
Queen of Clubs, probably
Good back the inside, wasn't it?
the one other than your horse, Apocalyptic.
Yeah, so
Mm.
good. So happy to see her on the outside of horses. You just knew that she'd be better given room. She's so big.
Mm.
But without having dissected or reviewed that meeting at all, apparently the times weren't great. So who knows? But at least to the eye, she was pretty good.
I thought that watching her to the eye, I was like, "Ooh, wonder if they like look for an ever slot off that." And then you see the figures, and you're
Mm,
like,
mm.
"Oh,
Mm.
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
even go to
interesting.
Premier."
Yeah.
Off to the flight stakes for you. Um,
Mm.
Obviously, Private Harry Dino. Lot to be said about that
Mm.
this morning. Ash Morgan being given the Chaminda Vase.
Yep. See you later, Ash. I just listened to Sean, the owner of Cricket Bloodstock, on air with Gareth. So they sort of put it down to knuckling and then being bustled up and running quick to the six. But I I watched it. You could definitely use an excuse, but in saying that, I thought he had a lot more of a chance to be better late. So it's always hard to say. Obviously, we're punters. We don't know a whole lot about sort of those little idiosyncrasies, Ben trainers and that. But um, Premier, we'll find out, boys. I can't drum into him in this preparation again off that.
No.
But it'll be interesting to see who rides him now. I'm guessing maybe I'm trying to think who goes to the Premier to see who jumps on, who jumps off. James might jump on him in the Premier.
Do you
I
reckon
think Tim
James would really
Clark.
want to
Or
hop on him?
well, for one, Lady Shannon not going to be there. Two, Jolly Star's not going to be there. So James probably
Like he
doesn't
needs
need
another
to.
problem. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Saw I
So
There's
saw
so many
Tim
good
Clark
horses to
was
choose from.
riding. Tim Clark was riding all of Corinda's 2-year-olds this morning
Mm.
at the trials. I don't know if that says anything.
well, that's probably a good point. If you're going to put whoever you're
Yeah.
going to put on the Premier, you probably want to stick for the Everest. So that's what they got to figure out. And I guess I'm trying on top of my head. I don't think Tim's got a ride you'd suggest in the Everest yet. So yeah, probably a good point, Lou. But all in all, I thought he was playing.
I don't
Very plain.
subscribe to
Jolly
the
Star's
theory
about
the
four.
horse went too fast, and I understand. I
No.
totally get it. He did half knuckle. His nose didn't touch
Yeah.
the ground. Let's just put it out there.
No.
Unless I've got serious issues with my screens. And
Mm.
you actually look quite good looking today, Dean. So maybe I do. But the horse's nose didn't touch the ground. But I think yes, having to be used up that first 150 to hold a spot. But having a look sectionally, like they went 7.7 faster in the. He personally, Private Harry went 7.7 lengths faster in the Galaxy to the six. So,
Mm.
Mm, mm.
and I get it. That was
Yeah.
like completely different times of preparation. It was and setups, and I can understand all that. But I just don't think the excuse of saying he used the horse too much was enough. Like, I think if he was beaten two, you'd say fantastic, had excuses, completely understand. We can continue.
Mm.
He's still right there, but 4.5 amongst those
Mm.
horses that, with all due
Mm.
respect, some of them aren't even Group Two horses, Lou.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
Lou Marzu led him up and he finished in front of him.
He went
So
quick. He
I
did go
just
quick though. But yeah, you're right. He finished in front of him.
Yeah, but in saying that, like if you're going to win an Everest, they're going to go quick with Kay rising that race.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my point. Maybe it's not that level, but at the same time, I don't think you can use the speed as an excuse, Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Interesting too. I heard Wayne Hawkes say this morning that they did go to the well on him in his sort of what you could probably describe as his
Mm,
first preparation. Maybe that's just he hasn't quite come up this time in, even though he looks bigger, better, stronger, and under the saddle in track work, he's doing all the right things. But he gets here on race day, and we might just see him have a couple more, and he might come back better in the autumn. So we'll just wait and see. But
mm,
probably jockeys get dropped all the time, but gee whiz, don't like seeing it in these sort of
Mm.
circumstances, do you?
no.
Right. Anything else to cover? So Delius was brave, hated Caulfield, improves at
Mm,
Flemington, but I'm not sold that he's a. I've been saying this all along. I'm not sold he's a Melbourne Cup horse, Louis. I think you might see best of him in a Cox
I
Plate.
Yeah, possibly. But if he didn't handle Caulfield, then what
Mm.
chance has he got handling Moonee Valley in a Cox Plate? He'd have
I
less. I've just got to believe
completely
Jay, who's
agree
come
with
out
you.
this morning and said it's the best Melbourne Cup chance she's had since Ferrante. So,
Yeah, but
you know,
take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, well, a little bit, yeah, sure, but
How many
he was
times has
he was
Gay
he
had a
was.
Cox Plate runner and said that between Fiorente and now? I don't know. I'm just
To be
spitballing.
fair, off the top of my head, no, I don't know. I can't recall it.
Ah, you know what
I
she's
don't
like, though,
disagree.
mate. She's
I don't think he'd be better at Moonee Valley at all.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
he's begging for Flemington,
Has he
especially if he's
ever?
just like a crabby kind of horse around those
I just think
bends.
that was too slow for him, Lou. I like maybe probably bigger part of the issue was too slow around Caulfield, where they'll
Mm,
be flat out around the valley and you'll be okay. But
mm.
yeah,
Where's he
Can
go
he
next,
beat
Gunner?
those Cox Plate horses though?
is it a Turnbull into a Cox Plate?
I'm trying to think.
Let me have a
I'm
look.
just thinking, looking at the figures, he regressed second up, so you don't often see that from Waterhouse and Bolt second up in trips. So maybe that's got to do with the race shape, etc. But I thought we'll find out a lot more in his third start. I think that will maybe tell him where he probably
Mm.
goes. If he doesn't go elevate again, then I'd be a little bit concerned where if moving to a Melbourne Cup sort of thing.
Turnbull, I'd say, and then Cox Plate
Mm.
seems most likely. And then onto a Melbourne Cup. Land Legend was super. I can't spruik him any more than I have the whole way along since his first up run. You're still getting $26. So just
Mm.
every time until the horse sort of gets to like $15, just keep having $1 each way on him whenever you win some money on the punt, and hopefully we can have a nice.
That's why you want. Is that why he wants to do this to go to Cox Plate? You just want
Oh, he'll go to the Cox Plate anyway. He's going to the Cox Plate, Sedelius. I just think he'll be better at the Cox Plate. So he'll go to the Cox Plate on
ah,
his way to a cup.
good
Just
information.
my gut feel. My gut feel is that he'll be better in a Cox Plate than a Melbourne Cup, but I'm
Yep,
wrong
makes
80,
sense.
70% of the time. Louis, let's do some race previewing. Manikato
Do it.
Stakes. You ready? You got it.
Oh, yeah, I'm
You
good to
got your
go.
stats for us, or you want me to read the market? You're a
No,
big
no,
stats
no,
man.
go for it. Well, I am a big stats guy. I can if you want. There's not a whole lot to
Lady
say. It's
Shenandoah, $2. Barracuda,
heaps to change in
450.
time.
Alabama, 8s. Magic Time, 8. Skybird, 8s. Jimmy Ricard, 15s. Long of the wrestler.
Problem in this race is I don't know where the speed comes from.
Mm.
And that's a real concern, especially at Moonee Valley. So maybe Alabama Lass takes it up.
She sat on speed in a Namoya, right?
Yeah, she had the perfect one out, one back run. Craig Williams gave it an absolute peach.
Yeah.
But she didn't lead.
Hmm.
And then I don't really know. I really feel there's no designated leader in this race at all. Lady Shenandoah has been positive before during that winning streak last preparation. She's the best horse in the race. I'm hoping no matter what, they just take luck out of the equation, e.g. Angel Capital areas, and sit up positive and make sure that you're in the race. But the problem is at even money, she draws barrier one or two and just gets crossed by something who ends up leading who is slow, and you just like it. There's too many variables pre-barrier draw to take even money her, even though all things equal, she should gap them or gap the opposition. Barracuda was good, did get a bit of luck, but you need that sometimes to win. I thought maybe Skybird was the forget/forgive run out of the Moya. But again, just so hard to have at this track, especially when there doesn't look like there's any speed in the race. So yeah, I really couldn't come into this market at all. Yeah, Dino, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I can't figure out where the speed is. I can't figure out where horses map, and it's such a track where you need all that information before you take a price. I think unless you're getting something huge about something you can hope gets the right setup and go from there. But
Louis,
yeah,
would you
I
take
found this
$2.80, Lady Shenandoah?
now
Yeah,
or.
now.
Mm,
Still not.
I really couldn't. I just think there's obviously a chance she draws barrier five, lobs in the 1-1, gets clear running, and just blows them away. Do you know what I mean? But there's a chance that she draws the outside gate and they decide not to push forward on her and she's got to come from near enough to last, or she draws barrier one and gets stuck in behind them and never gets a run, which has happened so many times in those group ones at the
Dino,
Valley, you know?
what's a better bet? Alabama last $2.16 or Lady Shenandoah $2?
That's a good question. I'd probably say Alabama last the place. Oh, yeah, I'd probably say Alabama last the place.
What do you think
Yeah,
it in the
yeah.
race?
Yeah, I'm similar to Lou. It's probably the worst all-in track you can bet into Moonee Valley, like
Yeah.
Louis you mentioned. The issue is they can probably lose in Everest in this race. I doubt they can win at Everest in this race. So, like you mentioned, Lou, there's going to be no tactics there to win at all costs, is what I'm probably trying to say. She
Hmm.
should win the race. She should go forward. I think if she draws 2, 3, or 4, 5, anything, I think she wins the race. I think that's what we've seen this prep. She can. land up on speed. So James is down there, he'll ride, he'll put her on speed. Outside of that, Magic Time was great last start. Alabama Lass up in trip helps for sure. But all in all, she should win. Do you want to take the price? No, Gano. Just want to watch and get her to an Everest and see if she can run down her Cunning Rising.
Can't wait. I think Jolly Star sort of stamped herself as a second seed. Lady
Mm,
Shenandoah might be able to, wonder if she can bounce back win here and
Mm.
stamp her, retake that position. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. I think she wins the race, just price sensitive. And as you guys touched on, we probably only have to take $1.90 on Thursday or
mm,
Wednesday, sorry, or
Mm.
Wednesday
Mm.
afternoon to find out the draw. Um,
mm.
and you can throw a little bit more on there, or even $1.85. Like if you're that way inclined. Alabama Lass, great place bet. She was exceptional. I'm looking forward to seeing that horse down the straight, to be honest. But
Mm.
we line up
One down there
here.
last year.
Yeah,
Yep.
not enough, not much speed in the race, as you touched on, Louis. And I'd encourage you to have a place bet on her. I think even at the present time. So for the punters out there, if you're looking for a play here, Alabama Lass the place now, $2.16, lock that in, and then you can wait for Lady Shenandoah later and just back her later. So let's move on to the Scarborough Stakes. Esha 350, Inkaruna 450, Point Barrow $6, La Dorada $8, Icarian Dream, Vain Girl 13s, Amping Last 17, Custom Memo, Prestige Stencil, Salty Pearl, Stardom $17. Louis, do you have anything for us in the Scarborough?
No, I didn't love this race. Maybe La Dorada, kind of my head stuff, but I don't know. Esha has Esha had a run since that Moya? Probably not. Led them up, went
No.
pretty quick, so there was no surprises here at what's career start number 3 or 4. Kind of blow up a little bit, top level and led and went quick. I think it was like 2.5 above Group One standard. So this is much more suitable now for her, but yeah, again, it's just this valley setup. It's tricky, you know.
Do you know?
Yeah, I loved in Karuna first off. I love the jump outs prior to that was really good. That's one I could make a case for. I think the biggest thing for Bersha is the speed map. He, she's able to get away with it on her own. I think that's her best suited. She's going to get blown up. I think that's when she can get exposed. So interesting to see Customs down to run. I think it's in a nominated for another race for I think Thousand Guineas Prelude as well. So just be careful there. But no real opinion for me. I think Incarin is the one that I'll probably end up finding, but the price is probably no good, you know.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I really love Custom in this race. Just the dual
Mm,
nom scares the life out of me.
Mm.
I think she wins the Scarborough. I hope they go there. $17, $5 a place is a bet. We have to take that, and we just have to take a little bit of a risk here. That they turn up here and take on this lot, which I don't know how good they are, to be honest. I don't think there's much in
Mm.
front of her really. Esha's a good horse, but Custom was super, like wide and did everything against the day, and like it was really good. And I was like, what was that? And I went back, reviewed the meeting. I'm like, yeah, Black Book. Also goes down to 1,000 guineas prelude at $6, and we'll probably do a number on those as well. But we'll see which way they go. She's the
what race
one.
do you reckon's easier? Looking at
Uh,
the paper, not much between them, is there?
I don't necessarily think there's a whole lot between them, Dean. Yeah. What do you? What about you?
Mm. I was thinking the thousand's probably a touch easier. She's
Mm.
seen both Caulfield and Moonee Valley, so like she handles those tight turning tracks. I don't think that matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking they can probably accept for both. Obviously, Victoria you can't accept for the same race on the same day, so
Hmm.
but separate sort of set up. Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they go. I just thought, she's got 11, 11, 12. Why the need to go to 14
Mm.
when
Mm.
you can just stay at 12? So anyway, I won't be telling Kira Ma what to do. We'll find out in due course. But take some of the $17 and $5 a place. Obviously, very small bet because there's significant risk that the horse won't even go there. And if it lobs in the 1,000 guineas, we can back it there. Golden Rose, head to Rosehill Gardens. 32 degrees, they tell me, in
Mm.
Western Sydney on
Mm.
Saturday. So for those that are members, over 30 degrees, there's every chance you won't have to wear your tie. Pack it though, just in case it gets to 29.
Result.
It'd be a disaster.
Is that a rule?
Has been for a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
But
it?
it'd be a disaster if you turned up and it dropped to 29 though.
Cool. They sting you. They sting you for that tie
Oh,
too in
that's
the gift
good.
shop. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
They
Yeah.
sting you for it.
You get like some previous Golden Slipper winners' ties in the gift shop. They
Uh-huh.
cost you 1,000.
I might
Tempted.
I might have set up a little store out the front for
Yeah, you
you.
should do
Tie
that.
store.
Maybe some the
Don't worry
barrier,
about backing
some of
winners,
the
I'll
old
just
barrier attendant merchandise. Didn't
Oh,
quite get
wow.
sold out. Tempted $3.50. Autumn Boy $4. Wadton Fire. Skyhook sevens. Baywalk. Nepotism $11. 60s 15. Rivellino $18. Apocalyptic still there with Raging Force, Rosberg State Visit 26's Grand Prairie 34, Jamira Card without peer, Aerodrome, Devil Knight, Estremo, Fermoy. I can't imagine a lot of these horses are going to go around Dino as we look through the list, but Tempted is your favourite at the moment.
Yep, and she deserves to be. She was outstanding first up, sat somewhat on speed and then absolutely destroyed him. $3.50 though, boys. I'm just guessing she's going to start that price come Saturday. I think we've seen a bit of a pattern hot. Gunno, the tracks are going to be nice and dry. The biggest thing that's gotten horses beaten in this race over the last couple of years is tempo and not being able to run on from a long way out. So I think barriers is definitely key for her. She did get blessed first up in regards to the perfect run in transit.
Hmm.
Autumn Boy was outstanding against the pattern. He didn't get the right setup at all, had nothing to chase. I think he can be a sharp improver. Woden, he was outstanding out in the back. Skyhook, I think if he gets clear running, he did get the right running transit on the rails, but then when he topped off, he had a bit of a disaster, picked up late. So they're the only horses that I can make a case for. I thought Nepotism would be favourite coming here, but he was awful first up. I don't know where that horse is at. So all in all, I think Skyhook's the one that's over the odds, $7 and $2.50. I think you can go each way. He's going to land on the bunny regardless. He's got the tactical speed. And I think he's ready to do something impressive third up. So cracking race, one of my favourite races, Lou. But currently those prices, $7 and $2.50 is the way to go.
Yeah, I can't have much more. I'm with you, Dino. I think Skyhook is the bet, at least, while Tempted maybe all things going forward is the one you'd want to take out of the race, regardless of result. But I just thought at the price, Skyhook, as you mentioned, was unlucky at a key stage of that run to the Rose. Third up, peaks for a grand final, 1,400 metres. And with even luck and the right run, I think possibly could be a chance of turning the tables. Nothing against Tempted at all. Like, what a win off. Apparently there was a private jump out in there, so the one trial leading into the
Yeah.
debut is a
Oh,
touch
would have been nice
you
to know
know,
about that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that's a
Dino
little
knew about that. Didn't share it with the boys.
Yes.
Yeah,
Didn't
that'd be
share it with the
rough.
lads. Not with the All In
Um,
family. And we even mentioned
yeah.
that she was a query off one trial, and Dino just said
Mm,
nothing.
I think I did say that. I
mm,
even no, I did, and I tweeted
I
it.
don't
I
know
said
about
that's
that.
what
We're going to
it
go back
goes.
and
It
review the
helps.
tapes, Steen.
Check the
I
tapes.
did.
Check the
I
tapes.
said that's why they
Check the
got Bong Bong
tapes.
up the top.
Oh,
So you
yeah,
can
true.
send them up
Yeah,
there. Go fuck
after the
themselves.
fact, mate. You got to say before.
Water
Doesn't help
boy,
us.
great. I'm gonna be a little less harsh on nepotism. I just
Yeah,
think
fair.
they couldn't make ground there, and I thought it
Mm.
was a par. It's a pass mark, like at absolute best, a pass mark. But you go back to the 2-year-old prep, exploded second up, as a 2-year-old to win this trip now, yes, and had a big, depending on what price it gets out to, like what it's
It's
it's it's
$11.
$11.
Scary
It
price, isn't it?
could on the day seriously drift out to a pretty big price if people are
Yeah.
going to pen it off the first up run. And the fact that it's going to get back. If there is something running on to win, it's probably this horse, and you'd have to see what price you get on the day to see if you'd have an each way save on it. But yeah, then I think at the quote Skyhook is the one to bet on at this stage.
It's interesting, isn't it? So tempted, there's 3 kilos weight difference between tempted and nepotism. There'll be two on Saturday. Skyhook, a kilo and a half difference between he and nepotism. So like, there's reasons why nepotism could seriously turn up and flip the script on a few of these. Wadton 3.5 kilos better meets Wadton 3.5 kilos better. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Interesting race. Uh, the Marcus has nailed it, right? So it's devastating.
Mm,
I still think Ted wins the race off what she did, and just with the way that stable
Mm.
profiles, they generally continue to improve. So
Yep.
that's scary. Don't want to take the $3.50. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't made my mind up. No, probably
Mm.
not. Autumn Boy, he's good. Wadton, they tend to make a gear change. They did last year in the slipper for Winkers.
Yep.
They might go blinkers. That might spark him up. James is stuck, some sort of inside, or maybe Chris just said you're riding. You don't get a choice. Skyhook, agree with everything you said. Baywalk, I think you just found one too good. Although they went pretty quick. If they had managed to go slow, and he probably is the biggest speed influence in the race, what other speed influences are going to turn up? Is Raging Force coming?
He's down. I haven't double checked Trav's article for speed. I think 60s is probably our other speed influence, and obviously
Yeah, having a look here,
um,
it's just it looks like it's just
Skyhook.
60s. Trav's article on racing.com, Trav Noonan doesn't have Raging Force
Mm,
here. Now that doesn't mean he's not going to turn up, but you might just think a Baywalk might get an easier time of it this time in front as well, and he did give a bit of a sight. So look, fascinating race. I think we just wait and see what barriers do, but I'm really looking forward to it. If Tempted turns up and she runs to her best, she wins the race. It's as simple as that.
Mm.
Heritage or Shannon, lads? Where are we going?
I'm
not
only
with
going
Heritage.
Shannon.
Perfect.
We got
Well,
Shannon.
so you got nothing in the Heritage, Dino?
Nah, I wanted to have the prices are pretty poor, to be honest. I wanted to
No,
have a look at the
let's go to
race.
the Shannon Gringotts Stakes, $3.50. Gringotts, Rise at Dawn, $6. Endcap, Waterford, $8. Ozopenko, nines. Faulkner Park, Mason Louis, $13. Long with the rest. Lewis.
Yeah, 350 is a little short now for Gringotts. I originally had it as a
What
two
was
bet
it?
play here with 450.
Then you stepped in.
Oh, no, incorrect.
You want to go back
Um,
out? I'll back it.
yeah. So I might downgrade
Declare
to a
it.
one bet play, which is Rise at Dawn. The only concern is that it's also nommed for the Sandown Stakes on Grand Final day.
Hmm.
I sent a tweet out to one of the part owners just asking if he had any news, and he said decision to be made on Wednesday. So
After the barriers.
yeah, could get all in here. But yeah, I thought it was huge first up behind Cafe Millennium. Was up on speed. They went really quick, flat-footed at the top of the straight, and probably had every reason to drop out as the others swooped, but kept finding. Ended up getting past the leader in the end to run third. I thought it was a really good return. I remember this horse ran fourth into Doncaster at big
Hmm.
odds and led them up and was beaten under a length. Like, I think if they come here, and you got to remember, a Shannon Stakes, if you win, is ballot exempt for the Epsom, which, based off a good run in the Doncaster, would really suit a horse like Rise at Dawn. So I do hope they come here
Yeah.
and win this and then go a week third up into the Epsom. I think it'd be a really good, chance at a price. So I'm happy enough to have it, especially because I didn't know as well, Gannon, you said at the top that I thought they just scratched Gringotts just
Hmm.
because. I didn't know that there was a little
No.
setback there. So
Mm.
that also dents my confidence. And now it's into 350. I'm actually pretty happy to look past it. I would make Rise at Dawn the bet in this race. NCAP I could not possibly have ever.
Gee, the race
Uh,
falls away quickly.
yeah, Osipenko maybe, but gee, it's hard to come in. There's a horse in here called Mason Louis who I've got a lot of time. I really want to follow this prep. I just think not in this race yet. I think it
Second
wants a
up.
little further, but the trials have been really good.
Hmm.
So I think it could be a little flashing lights run here and one to follow later in the prep, but I couldn't back it in this race. So Rise at Dawn, Dino, for me.
Yeah, I like this horse a lot. It's just flying under the radar, like you mentioned, Lou. I think everyone sort of not disrespects it, but the market sometimes does. I'd love to know if it's here. I probably can't take the price just because of the fact that it's six
Mm.
bucks. And I'd hope that I knew it was coming here before taking that. Gringotts a fascinating one. Yeah, like you mentioned, Gunnar, he did have I think it was a temperature or something like that. So that's always a query. I think the one at a massive price, our Gold Hope was outstanding second up. They scratched out of the weekend's race for something on Saturday. So there was no jockey. They accepted, but they never put a jockey on. So I'm guessing this must have been the target. So that's the one at a massive price I could entertain. Our Gold Hope,
What price is that?
17s and fives. I'm trying to think of the race that it went around in last
He's got a
start.
bit of Tom Melbourne's about him, Algo Hope, unfortunately.
He does. He does. That's why
Oh
we could take the
dear.
$5 though.
Yeah, true.
It was a benchmark 100. He beat, he was third behind McHale and Estada and Estelle. I don't think that's the grouse form lines, but like you mentioned, the race drops away a whole lot, close to a couple in the top. So $5 a place, probably the play.
Jens, do you know how far the golden pendant is? I'm just trying to. My internet's just decided to have a
I think
mare
it's
on me.
14,
Yeah.
if my
All right.
Probably
memory
not
serves me
15.
right.
Just have a look at that for
Mm,
us and let us know. No opinion of this race at all. So I'm going to just pivot. I'm going to go take you to the golden pendant. That's just bring it up.
14.
Yeah, it is 1400. So it's a horse by the name of Modella here in this race, and it's only look at set weights and penalties, so it's not really well suited. But yes, it was third in a midway, but it's far better than a midway. But it was back and wide, and it was like a horrible place to be. Flashed home, really, really
Mm.
impressive. $34 the win, $6.50 the place. Uh, Once again, have no idea if they're going here, but I suggest they probably would. There's no reason. Gangster Granny's your $2.80 favourite. How much
Mm.
confidence could you have in that? Manal, 350, Firestorm. Larazura is $6, but surely not.
No, she's favourite for what race?
Yeah.
The Valley, the Stock Stakes or Stut, one of those.
Can't
Yes, yeah, one
imagine.
of those.
Can't
Yeah,
imagine she's
yeah.
going here. Gerringong's been doing all its racing down in Victoria and being
Mm.
going like
Maybe playing.
the Sydney Roosters.
It was the one that led up that Rise at Dawn race.
So this race fall away, and I think Medela $34, $6.50 the place is a fantastic bet. So that's that. Righto, lads, we're running out of time. Best all in plays. You got $10 to spend. Give us your best all in play, then he gives you $10 staking plan. Dino, if you're struggling,
Oh, this is tough.
use
Yeah, I am.
$100,
Louis.
take a zero off,
No, no,
and away we
no.
go.
No, money, I'm fine with. It's just I'm gonna have $10 on Skyhook the place in the Golden Rose just to get me back winning. I think
Come on,
if it
man.
runs fourth, I'm gonna give up.
You can't.
What?
You don't
But
get to
that's
give up.
no, yeah, but $10 on Skyhook the place, the Golden Rose. It's my bet. I can pick whatever I want.
I'm just thinking the listeners they wanted to go a little bit wider. They're sick of Dino just having one bet. They wanted you to, put
No,
a
that's
couple.
my. That's
No,
my.
it's working well for
If
you. Sorry, Louis.
I'll go
we.
with three each way on
Oh
Skyhook.
no, three each
Three
way
by
Yeah,
three.
on.
Yep. And Skyhook,
Yeah.
$4 a win, Rise at Dawn.
Geez, I'll be pulling one tail on the Saturday to be Skyhook.
Mm.
$2.50 each way on Medela and $2.50 each way on Custom. There you go. I'm done.
Oh, what at the big price custom?
Yeah, the $17 price Scarborough at the Valley, $17 and fives, and Modella 34s and 650. If these lob, it'll be all over by the shouting. I don't think you're catching for the rest of the spring.
Mm,
Right,
mm.
anything else to add midweek?
I have one midweek. Yes. Oh, do I?
Oh,
Dino, I think you got a midweek winner. Well done.
Yeah, I did.
Mine
$2.
didn't. Mine was what?
I paid $2.
Well done, Louis.
Thanks, mate.
no, I don't think so.
No, mine was like
Or am I supposed to say no? Well
$3
done,
into
Dino. Yeah,
$1.70
sorry,
and
that's what he meant.
ran
Well
last.
done.
Hey,
Are you asking me if I won, or are you asking me? Are you telling me to say well done to Dino?
Be nice to him.
no. Did you have a winning midweek play?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Actually,
I'd have to go back
not even
and
sure if we
check.
put one up.
Mate,
Right, that's all in.
something wrong with my brain.
Anything else to add, lads?
Nah, we'll put the midweek in the comments. 6 races at Royal Warwick Farm.
Let us know who's going to win the Golden Rose and or the Manikato
Mm.
and Louis. Luke will put up the duck race. Has it been a duck race? I haven't seen one. Has it been a
I
duck
haven't
race?
seen one in a long time.
Luke,
No.
lift.
Mm.
The duck race is back.
Yeah.
Answer as many times as you like. Make Luke do his job.
Mm.
See ya.
I also,
Yeah.
no, before we go,
Yeah.
I saw Bam Bam Tuivasa has been live streaming a duck race betting on it. So we might have to get the copyright out and see if we can get Luke to email them.
Is it our duck
'Cause
race?
we invent.
Is he the
It's
fighter?
real life.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll let you take that up with him. We'll end up with another mitten on your other hand.
Mm.
Righto. We'll be back.
Yeah.
See ya.